Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite girl Jenny, your favorite BSN RNA. So on today's video I just want to share with you guys how to manage your money as a new grad, okay, and also go into a bit of details about how I personally, it's gonna be how I manage my money, because I don't know how anybody else manages their money, right? So let's start. So when I started working, I made a lot of promises to God, okay, and one of them was to actually give God my first salary. And you can find more information about this in the book of Exodus, okay. There were a lot of, and even Leviticus, there were a lot of offerings, you know, in that book, okay, in those two books. And one that stood up with me was the first fruit offering. And even God even says that the first fruit of the womb, the son, belongs to him. And the first fruit of everything, animals, cattle, sheep, whatever, belongs to him, right? So that means as a Christian, I ain't got no cattle. I have no child yet. You know what I'm saying? So the first fruit of my income belongs to my God, you know. So that's what I did. I gave God my first fruit offering. Yes, and I still pay my tithes. I do pay my tithes, even though I will go 2 tithes. I will go 2 tithes like that, but I'm going to pay with interest, okay? And what else do I do? Basically, that's what I do. Because I'm a child of God, and I believe as a Christian, it's my responsibility. It's one of my duties, if I want to be successful in life, to pay my first fruit offering, to pay my tithe, and also, like, whenever I have money, I do pay offering as well. It's not every, I'm not gonna lie, it's not every time that I pay my offering, but whenever, like, if I'm paying tithes, I do calculate the 10%, and let's say maybe it's like, I'm just saying, let's say it's just $10 that I'm supposed to give to God as my tithe. And actually, no, let's just say it's like $9.50 that I'm supposed to give to God as my tithe. I always round it up, okay? I always round it up. If there is even if it's like 20 cents, I round it up to $1, because I know sometimes I don't have cash on me to pay offering, you know. So then I always round up. That's what I do. And to me, paying my offering, giving God, it's not even paying offering, because offering has to come from your heart. Whenever you're offering something to God, like I and my friends were reading Leviticus, I believe chapter 6, and it says something about when you are offering something to God, it doesn't have to have blemish, okay? Don't offer something to God that has blemishes in it. What does that mean? When you're offering something to God, it has to come from your heart, because when it's coming from your heart, you know, deep down your heart, deep down your soul, you're not gonna give something that is not meaningful to God. Of course, you're gonna give something that means something to you. That means, like, whatever you're offering to God, it needs to cost you something. If whatever you offer to God did not cost you something, it means you have not really given to God, because whatever you give to God, it must cost you something. I remember when I gave my first fruit offering, it's like this nursing job is like my first real full-time job. Of course, I've been working as a tutor and whatnot, but this is like my first real full-time job. This is like, I saw this money, I'm like, this is real money, real money. I'm like, Jesus, I need to pay a little bit of credit card. I'm like, Jesus, I can pay this credit card below and still have some change remaining. I'm like, but no, God, this money belongs to God. So that thing pained me. It pained me. It cost me something, okay? It cost me something, and that's what sacrifices is all about. So if you want to give something to God, it just has to cost you something. Don't be like Ananias and Sapphira. Don't offer things to God because others are offering things to God. Don't offer something to God and be like, oh yeah, I'm offering the big amount of money. I'm offering the big piece of land. I'm offering the big whatever. No, it has to come from your heart. Because what happened with Ananias and Sapphira, they ended up dying, right? They ended up dying because they lied to the Holy Spirit. Whenever you're giving something to God, it needs to come from your heart. If it's not coming from your heart, don't do it. But to me, that's the main source of, like, my financial freedom. That's the main source of my financial freedom. Being, like, willing to give to God, willing to give to other people. Almsgiving, that's what I'm going to say. Almsgiving is it. Because I'm in a stage in life, I know I'm new in my career, but God has been a blessing. God has really shown me that he loved me, okay? He has shown me that he is for me, and I'm really thankful about that. So if you are a new grad here, I'm not forcing you to go and give you. I'm not forcing you, eh? And also, it's good to actually give to give to a church that has been a blessing to you. I'm not saying go give it to any church. No, find a church that has been blessing to you, a church that has really helped you grow as a Christian, because they need the resources to help build up the church, because they need to pay bills, right? They need, if you guys have evangelism, whatever, if they print, even if they're printing prayer points for you guys, it has to be money that you use to buy the ink. You know, if the printer breaks down, it has to be money that they use to, you know, fix all those things. So find a church that has been really beneficial to your journey as a Christian and give alms. This video was supposed to be about me becoming financially free, but I feel like I'm talking about alms giving. That's where God is leading me. So I'm just going to continue. Okay. So moving from alms giving to the poor, giving to God, paying first fruit offering. And by the way, first fruit offering is not just one offering. Like maybe, like, I don't know, like the first salary that you get in a new year, like the first salary you're gonna get in January, you can offer that to God. Like if you get a new job, you know, you can give that first salary to God. If you know, something like that. That's what first fruit offering is all about. But I do encourage you guys to pay your tithe. Okay, pay your tithe. I know I'm saying that as I'm saying I'm guilty. I owe God 2 tithes. Like I said, I owe God 2 tithes. I'm gonna pay it with interest. So anyways, that being said, God has been really grateful. Okay, like I don't even know how to go about this, but you know, when you are a new grad, you don't really have like a lot of experience with like working and stuff like that. When you turn to get a good nursing job and you start making all this money, you will start misusing it. You know, you start buying stuff that you don't need. You start doing things that you don't need because like, now it's like you've seen all this amount of money and like it's making you go nuts. You know, so ways that I actually manage my money is like this. Okay, so I have like 2 different bank accounts. One is like I get direct deposit from my work. That's what I want. So when the money goes in there, I have like, I set like auto pay for like my bills and everything. So it gets, my bills get paid, and I also have a auto pay for my I'm into stocks right now. I'm trying to go into you know, cryptocurrency, but I'm still like, I don't really get that whole process yet, but stocks is much easier for me. So I'm into stocks. So I have a direct deposit that, you know, so like once a month I just check that thing to make sure that it has been buying. And of course, whenever it's time for me to buy stocks, you know, because I've set the direct auto pay direct deposit, whatever thing I've done, whenever it buys the stocks, it actually sends me an email. Sometimes, well, all the time, it sends me an email, so I know that okay, it went through, it bought the whatever. So every once in a month or every other week, I just check my stocks to see how it's doing. So that's how I have been saving money. I've just been using stocks, and I also left a huge amount of, well, not huge, to me it's huge for now, because you know, when you don't have money and you have money, every money is huge to you. So I have some money in my savings with another, like I said, I have 2 banks. So with the other bank I have a savings account, and recently I was even laying down, I was really thinking, you know, because now I want to get into cryptocurrency. I'm like, what do I really want to do with this money? Because the money is sitting down, it's in a savings account, nothing is adding onto it, nothing subtracting onto it. Initially I wanted to use that money to buy a car, but now I'm like, I don't think I want to buy a car now, because there are other things that I can do. Because I was thinking, like, if I buy a car, I'm not gonna drive the car to work. Let me just be honest, because I know I'm not gonna get no parking in that neighborhood. And the neighborhood that I'm living, there are meters everywhere. I'm gonna get ticket. I know, like, when you already have a parent that works with the police department, you already know the deal. I'm gonna get ticket. I know I'm gonna get ticket. Okay, so I'm like, do I really want to buy a car? If I buy a car and I park it in the garage, every month it's going to cost me about $200. How much is MetroCard? $132 for a month. Maybe once in a while I will take Uber. How much is Uber? It's not that expensive. I will have to get car insurance, all these things. I add them up. I'm like, do I really want to get a car at this stage in my career, in my life? And I think the answer is no. I know when the winter comes, I'm like, Jennifer, you should have bought a car. But you know, for now, I think I don't want to buy a car. So I think I'm gonna invest that money again. But like I'm saying, whenever you get money, right, don't Don't just spend it however. Okay, that I'm not saying don't buy good things for yourself, because when I started working, after I paid my first fruit offering, the next salary that I got, girl, already I have, in fact, already I have taken everything, every clothing, every shoe that, in fact, I know I don't like, but I was wearing, I was using, because in fact I had no choice. I threw them out. So of course the closet needed to be filled up. Okay, so of course I bought new clothes that I will naturally, genuinely will love to wear. I bought them. I bought shoes, and that's what I did with the second money, and that's settled. So I'm not buying no new nothing. I'm not buying no new nothing anymore. So what I'm doing for now is, after I'm done paying my bills, my money just goes into stocks, basically, because it just goes to stocks, and I save some. Just, you know, just in case I need something. That's what I'm doing right now. And because as you are young, you know, I was talking with one doctor, and he was actually, you know how like new grads, a lot of them are actually doing vaccination, because vaccination you get a lot of money. Some people get like $60 an hour. But he was like, you know, if you're a new grad, it's good to start working in a hospital or facility, get the experience that you need. If you want to do this vaccination thing, do it part-time. But you know, a lot of people are doing it for now, for the money. It's not a bad thing doing that, but then when Corona ends, what skill have you really gotten? I don't know where I'm going with this, but if you're a new grad here, you're doing vaccination, still, even if you want to do vaccination full-time, still get a part-time job, a part-time job somewhere in the facility, somewhere in the hospital, that you can practice the skills that you learned in nursing school, because you don't want to lose all those skills. By the time Corona ends and you start working as a real nurse, you will be like screwed, because you don't know what the hell you are doing. You know, so it's very important to use the skills that you learn in nursing school, basically. Okay, so I don't know where that came from, but I guess someone needs to know that. So anyway, so saving is, you need to find your niche. Like me, like I'm saying, stocks is one thing that I understand, and that's where I'm putting some money, not all my money. So as a new grad, you know, when you get all this money, you're gonna go crazy, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like I have all this amount of money now, I can go on vacations. Okay, I can go on vacations, I can do whatever I want, I can buy whatever I want, I can buy any brand that I want, I can, in fact, I can get a car, I can get a house, I can get whatever I want. Like, I'm not saying those things are not important in life, but you need to learn how to save first. Learn how to save. And even if you're spending money buying the things that you like, you wanted, things that you always dreamed of having, that's a good thing, because you worked hard for the money and you deserve those things. But make sure that at the end of the day, at least you're saving like 20-30% of your income, because you're not always going to have the strength that you have right now to work. Because as you grow older, especially with this nursing job, unless you want to get your master's or doctorate, as you grow older, you're not going to have the same strength to be standing up, walking back and forth like that. So you need to save as much as you can now. And that's my goal. My goal is to save as much as I can now. So in the future, when I even decide not to work full-time, at least I know that when I'm 60, 70, 80, you know, I have money that I'm going to be spending. And I'm not going to be depending on no child of mine. You understand? So that's my mindset right now. So if you're a new grad, have that mindset, and it will actually help you. Start saving now. Save the most now. Buy the minimum thing. Like I like watching the McClure family, and the man was actually saying this yesterday, and I think that is, I wanted to create this video anyways, but that actually encouraged me to actually create the video today. He was saying how, you know, they have saved a lot. They did cryptocurrency, and I think the lady, I think they both in like their 40s. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm gonna assume. And now they bought this mansion in Atlanta, Georgia. The house is like, oh my god, that house is so big. But then when people don't know, like they don't know how hard they've worked, how, you know, how much they've saved over the years, you know. And when people say, I'll be like, ah, maybe it's just YouTube money. But he was even saying how it's just a little bit of YouTube money, and everything else is like from their saving, from, you know, crypto, you know, cryptocurrency and all that. So it's very important to save now, because when you get to that, your 40s, your 50s, actually your 40s, your late 30s, you wanna buy probably like a house in your dream neighborhood, you know. And of course the price is not gonna remain as it is now, it's gonna go up. So when you save now, in the future you can buy whatever you want, and you know, you won't even stress your kids that much because you'll be able to provide for them, you know. Also, like, my thing here is just save. Okay, you were a new grad, you just graduate, you know, you just graduated within a year. Save, keep saving. I know we all have loans to pay, but keep saving. Save as much as you can, especially if you're a single person. Save as much as you can, because you can't be like, when I get married, you know, let me pray. When I get married, hopefully my husband already have a house. No, you can be a single lady and buy your own damn house. Okay, you can buy your own house before you even settle down. And you know what you can do with that house? If your husband have a house, you can rent out that place and be getting some streams of income like that. Okay, so you need to have a entrepreneurship mindset going on. And whatever, like, some of us, we are blessed enough that it's not only our career that is a source of income for us. You have like a side business, you have a side this, a side that. Well, my side business, the money don't come to my pocket. So the money goes to children. Like I said, I shared with you guys in one of my videos. The profit, I don't touch the profit. The money is not my own. That money is not my own. It goes to children. So even if, like, if you are, but in your situation, if you have a side income, you know, like you sell stuff, you braid hair, you know, you have some side hustling stuff going on, it's also a source of income. You can actually use that money, if you are smart, you can use that money to be paying your small bills here and there, and you can use that money to be paying your bills. And like I said, try as much as you can to save 20 to 30% of your salary, if you want to. Even if you want, you can save 50% of it. Okay, like the way I do, I know how much my bills are in a month. So I know if I take out my bill, I take out my tithe first. Okay, that's what I do. Let me just be honest. Whenever I get paid, the first thing I do is to pay my tithe. I don't want no commotion. I don't want any situation where I pay my bill and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I was supposed to give you this amount, I only have this amount remaining. I ain't got time for nonsense like that. So whenever I get paid, the first thing I do, pay my tithe. Pay my tithe. Yeah, pay my tithe. I just pay I remove my tithe money, then I'm like, okay, this is how much I'm supposed to pay for so and so bills this month. I take out that amount of money. This is how much I spend in a month for food. I take out the money, and the remaining of my money, I just save like 1/3 of it in the bank, and the rest of them I just invest it. Like I said, because I want to be in a place where around age 35, I already have the money that I need to survive to 100 years. Okay, that's the goal I have for myself. I don't know what goal you have for yourself. Okay, that's the goal I have for myself. And in order for me to achieve that, as young as I am, I need to start saving as much as I can. And I need to start saving as much as I can. And some of the things that I want in life, I need to like slow down, especially if I don't need it. Like I was saying, like with a car. I know, you know, I kind of need a car, honestly speaking. I kind of need a car, but I'm like, for the meantime, I have like trains. I have like, I don't, where I live is not even far from the train station. Where I work, it's not far. It's like 8 minutes walk from the train station. In fact, I need that 8 minutes. I need to walk so that I don't get fat. So that's not a problem for me. I don't mind taking public transportation. So I'm like, I just weighed the pros and cons, you know. Like, if I get a car, I'm not even gonna drive to work, like I said, because I have to pay to park my car. I got time for that. And where I live, I'll have to pay to park my car because there are meters everywhere. NYPD is like serious in this neighborhood. I don't understand their own wahala. So even if I buy a car, this little money that I'm gonna have to be paying, I add them up. I'm like, do I really want to buy a car at this point? I can invest this money, even if it's not into my future. It's still my future. Even if not into my pocket money in the future. That's what I meant. I can invest it into my business. You know, for you to get bigger, for more people to even benefit from it. So I'm like, why don't I just do that and take public transportation now that it's just me? I don't have no kids around. I'm like, maybe this kid can't walk, or maybe the child will be too tired, you know, blah blah. It's just me, and I need to lose weight anyways. So why don't I take public transportation and just be walking, you know? And I'm comfortable with it. I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. Taking the train, what's the problem with it? Taking the bus, in fact, I even like it because then I get to know different areas. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So like things that I don't really need, you know, I just don't put my mind to it. But things I need, of course, I make sure I have, and I try as much as I can to save So if you recently got a job, you're new, you in this nursing field, try as much as you can to save, because when you save now, especially if you're in your 20s like me, let me tell you, if you're in your 20s like me and you are really serious, by the time you are 35 years old, the amount of, if you are saving, I don't know how much you're making, I don't know what country you're in, I don't know what city, I don't know what state you're in, but if you are really serious by the age 35, if you save at least 20 to 30% of your salary, if you are really serious by age 35, the amount of money that you can save, if you invest that money, you don't even need to worry about 401k. I'm being honest, you don't need to worry about 401k, you don't even need to worry about the retirement money you're going to get from the government, because the money you are going to save for yourself should be enough to even, it should be enough to take care of you till you die. Okay, if you are really serious about saving, and that's what I'm doing. That being said, I'm still like, I think there was a video that I created that said like the job that I have, you don't have a 401k, but I have opened one personally. I have opened one. I'm not putting in like a lot of money. I am putting a lot of, well, not like as much as I would like to, but I'm still, because I know in the future I will get a job that has 401k. You understand? So for now, I've started my own. And you know, saving little in there, and I know by the time, like I said, I retire to, it will be something big, but that money, my mind is not even on it. You know, my mind is not even there. So what I'm saying is just, I don't know where to even end this thing. What I'm trying to tell you guys, because it's almost 22 minutes, what I'm trying to say is like, save as much as you can. Save as much as you can when you are young. And like, especially if you're a young lady like me, if you're a lady, yeah, if you're a lady like me, don't say them like, well, I'm a lady, I will get married, my husband will take care of me. That kind of nonsense is not even in my head. Because the way I am, I like spending my own money. I like spending my own hard-earned money. Because then I feel good when I know like I'm the one that worked for this money. And I believe my parents can testify to this. I'm not that type of child that like, oh, ma, I need this, my dad, I need this, ma, buy me this, dad, buy me this. No, I buy my own stuff. Like, I recently moved from my dad's place, which in the future I'm gonna share with you, but you know, in the future I'm gonna share with you, but not now. Like, when my mom came to, you know, help me with all my stuff, like, I already basically had everything that I need in my house. I had my, well, I'm not buying it. Well, I had everything, okay, everything that will make me comfortable here, everything will make me, you know, comfortable here. And she's like, oh, okay, you know, you have this, that's good, you know. So it's like, I don't, where am I even going with this? Like, what the hell was I talking about? Just, what was I talking about before I even ended up here? Just save as much as you can. Save as much as you can. And yeah, I was saying like, I wasn't like needing, yeah. What was I even saying? I think I was sharing with you guys how, I like my own money. I like to make my own money, okay? So if you're a female here, that's where I was going with that. If you're a female here, don't just be like, oh, I'm gonna buy Gucci, Calvin Klein, Michael Kors, everything brand. As a matter of fact, I found Payless in my neighborhood recently. And let me tell ya, I'm still gonna be going to Payless to get my slippers. I'm gonna go to Payless to get my stockings, like no lie, okay? I'm still going to Payless to get my slippers, to get my stockings. It does not matter how much I'm making, let me tell you. But things that are important, you know, of course I'm gonna be buying some brand stuff. I mean, come on, what the hell? I can't be cheap like that. So yeah, don't be, if you're a lady, don't be like, oh, I'm gonna get married eventually, and the husband is the head of the family, right? According to God. So he's gonna be responsible for the bills, he's gonna be responsible for everything. So I can't spend my money however I want. Don't be that. Don't be that. Do you know how much your husband is going to make? Do you already know the man? Do you know how much this man is going to make in the future? Do you know if maybe you are the one that's supposed to be adding blessing onto his life? Do you know? Do you know if you're the one supposed to be supporting him in terms of finances in the future? Do you know? You don't know. So save your money wisely. When you settle down and the man don't need your money, you be like, Jesus, thank you. Then you can sit there and be like, okay, now I can go on vacations. Now I can do these things with my money and I can enjoy it. And as a lady, I always tell this to fellow ladies, like enjoy, like when you it's like, don't depend on a man. No, don't depend on a man. Don't depend, because eventually he will get tired. Like if every minute give me this, every minute give me this, I want this, he will get tired of you. If he goes out, he sees other ladies that are making it, that, you know, he'll be like, how come my own is different? And the love he have for you might even be, it might decrease a little bit. But when you are on your own, you are independent, you're making it for yourself, the man will respect you. He will show you off, you know. He will be happy to show you off as like, yeah, this is my wife. Oh, like, what does your wife do? My wife is this. He will be happy to show you off too. But if you are there, you just don't want to do nothing with your life, and you're like, well, my husband will give me this, my husband will give me that. No, don't be that kind of woman. Maybe in the future you might want to be a housewife. Like I always say, like me, when I start having kids, as long as they are babies and they can't tell me, mommy, this person beats me, mommy, this person did this to me, I'm not going to work full time. I'm not, like, no joke. Unless they can open their mouth and tell me, mommy, when I went to school or when I went to daycare, this person did something to me, this person did this to me. I am not working full time because they got me my priorities. They can't defend themselves. I have to defend them. You hear me? Part time, I don't mind working. So if I work now and I save now, and that stage comes and I'm working part time, I still have money there. You understand? I'm not going to be like, hobby, I'm not working. This money, you need to give me this, you need to give me. No, it's good when, like, unless it's good if your husband gives you money once in a while, you're like, ha, this is my husband's money, I must enjoy my husband's. That's a different situation. Of course, every woman wants that. Of course, I want to enjoy my husband's money, but not to the extent that, you know, it's like everything you need. Like today, you want to go to the hair salon, like, I need to go to the hair salon, where's the money? You want to, maybe you found a dress, you'll be like, I found a dress, where's the money? No, like little things like that. You need to be able to buy for yourself. You need to even be able to surprise your own husband. Your own kids, you need to be surprised. You need to surprise them. But if you don't know how to save money, and as a young lady, as a young man, all you did was spend. When it's no longer you and you are with somebody, it's still the same mentality you're going to have. You're still going to be spending without thinking about your partner, without thinking about your children. By the time you realize, you've wasted your money. You wasted your youth, you wasted your money. So as you are young, as you are young now, invest your money, buy things that are needful, buy things that you need. Okay, things that you don't need, don't waste your money on it. Do not buy unnecessary things. Okay, things that you need, buy them. Invest the most that you can. You know, like it really pains me. Like nowadays, I work nights. When I'm going to work and I see like young people like in the training on the bus going out, I'm like, ha, Jesus, I am working. But then when I get paid, I'm like, there goes the one, you know. So it's like you sacrificing your what you call it, the time that you can be going out, hanging out and whatnot. You're sacrificing that by working. But then it's like in the future, these people that were partying, these people that were hanging out, doing whatever they were doing, in the future, when you have that beautiful house of your dream, when you buy that beautiful brand new car that you've always dreamed about, they will wonder, where did this person get money? Like, they'll be like, this person has it, this person can buy it. They will start feeling jealous. But they didn't know in the beginning, when you were not sleeping, when you had to work, whenever everybody was hanging out, everybody was chilling. They did not know that hardship. But it's good as a young person to go through that now. So when you are in your late 30s, late 40s, you can chill. I saw a couple YouTube video and they were talking about how they retired at age 40. I also saw one how they retired at age 35. Me, I want to retire at 35. Like, not joke. I want to retire at age 35. So as much as I got, I don't know. That is my own plan. Let's see what God has to say. I know I'm not gonna retire. Okay. Maybe I may not be doing full-time job there, but I don't know for now. Let's do the full-time job. So yeah, you have that mindset. They were like, oh, when they got married, that's the goal. They knew at age 40 they want to retire. So they saved up all the things that they were buying. Even they took care of their children. Of course, they made sure their children are comfortable, but all the things that they were buying were things that they actually needed as a family. They needed those things. They saved up together. That's another thing. That's why excuse me, we need to, as Christians, we need to marry people that God approves of. We don't just wake up and marry somebody like that. No, because for you to marry somebody and say like, yeah, we're going to save up, we're going to do that, we're going to do this together, everything we're going to be doing together, God has to be the center of that marriage. Okay, He has to even be the foundation. God has to be the foundation of that relationship for it to even develop into marriage. Okay, so as Christians, you need to find the godly spouse, somebody like this, whoever man this woman found. They saved up. I think they married like in their late 20s. They've been saving up at age 40. The amount of money these people have, they no longer work full time. The lady has her own business that she's taking care of. The business is already like developed, so she don't need to invest money in the business. It's about time that she is actually getting little change from the business. The man is out there doing YouTube and having fun because he's still getting source of income from YouTube. And they have stocks that they are what you call it, what do they even call this thing? You have to work to live. You know, that kind of lifestyle, that's the lifestyle that we need to be thinking of having, especially with the way the world is going on right now. We need to, in fact, you need to start thinking how you going to save for your future, because you cannot depend on your children. Okay, because your children will go, they will have their own dreams, they'll have their own goals in life, and they have to make it come to pass. They're gonna be like, now I can't travel, I can't do this, I can't do whatever I want to do. Why? Because I have to be available 24/7, or because I can't actually achieve this thing because now I have to pay this, I have to pay this for my this thing, I have to pay this. Like, everybody is depending on them, and then they cannot be financially freed. You get what I'm saying? So as young as you are, start thinking about those things. Think about financial freedom. Be free financially. So, you know, like, I don't know, I think I'm done talking, because I don't know what else I need to say.